Welcome to Results 2009, Oklahoma's Education Report Card. I'm Sandy Garrett, State Superintendent. For years, ServiceLearning has been developing in schools throughout Oklahoma. By integrating community service projects into classroom settings, students take what they have learned and help solve real-life problems. Today, nearly 5,000 students are learning and also making a difference in their communities through the Learn and Serve program. With us today to talk about this program is Miss Oklahoma 2009, Taylor Treat. She's a student from the University of Oklahoma and a graduate of Ada High. We also have Kathy Phillips, a math teacher and Learn and Serve coordinator at Inola High School, and Lizanne Bell, a science teacher and the outdoor classroom project coordinator for Inola High School. Welcome to the show. Thank you all very much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
And Taylor, congratulations to you.
Well, thank you very much.
Miss Oklahoma 2009.
Pretty exciting,
It's been a good year for you, I know.
It's been a very good year, a busy one.
Yes, and when was this announced? What was the
I won June 6th of 2009,
June
so this
6th.
summer. And I hit the ground immediately running, and I've been visiting schools every day of the week ever since.
That is because your platform is?
ServiceLearning.
Isn't that great? We're also proud of you for choosing that as your platform. And of course, the United States Department of Education recognizes that program and sends us a little funding for that every year.
That's right, they do.
Yeah, and you've been involved in that.
I was involved in it. When I was a 10th grader at Ada High School, one of my teachers introduced the program to me, and we received a $1,000 grant to get it kicked off at Ada High School, and that's when I started, and I did it all 3 years of high school and on into college, and now I've carried it over as my platform as Miss Oklahoma and hopefully Miss America.
And we're betting on it. We think you're going to make it.
Well,
and we are so proud, though, Taylor. Actually, I know you came to me shortly after it came to our office and said that you wanted to use this as your platform, and of course that made all of us proud in Oklahoma that are in the ServiceLearning area. And so Ada High and OU.
Yes.
That's your education.
That's
your major at OU?
My major is human relations, and I'm actually, as a human relations major, required to do ServiceLearning. It's actually our senior capstone there at the university. So that was a great fit for me.
Yes, I can say that. Now, let's see. So in June, you were named Miss Oklahoma.
Yes.
And so right now you're on the road.
Right now I'm on the road. I'm traveling 7 days a week. I've visited, you know, some days it's 5 schools, other days will just be 2. But it's constant. I'm on the go all the time. And then once December comes around, I start preparing for Miss America. And so I head off to Miss America in January. So I'm already preparing for that as well.
And that will be where?
It's in Las Vegas, January 30th. And I'm expecting a lot of people from Oklahoma to come out.
I bet they will. I bet they will. Well, those of us that aren't there, we're going to be rooting for you on television.
I appreciate it on TLC.
Yes. So when you go through Miss Oklahoma and Miss America, you have a platform.
Yes.
And so you'll take that same platform, of course, with you.
I'll take ServiceLearning, and it has to be something that you're passionate about. And for me, it was something that changed my life. When I was a 10th grader, I wasn't a good student. I wasn't enjoying school. I was interested in the things after school, not what was happening in the classroom. And ServiceLearning pulled me back into the classroom. I graduated with honors and am now a 4-point student at the University of Oklahoma. Really did make a big difference in my life. So
that's great.
I love to share that with all the students around the state.
Now you will be, they have other competitions besides the platform.
Yes.
You will be asked some questions.
Yes, I have an interview and an on-stage question. Evening gown, lifestyle and fitness, and talent. So.
And what's your talent?
I do ballet on point.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So.
Well, we won't be having that today on the show. But we may see some of that later.
Yes.
And your crown you brought with you, we asked you to bring the crown with, I mean, it just doesn't seem right to have the crown not featured too, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're so glad, and we're going to hear more about Learn and Serve because exciting things are happening in our schools in this arena. And certainly we want more community involvement by our students. And Inola is the place we're featuring today.
Thank you.
So what are you doing in INOLA these days?
Well, I think our biggest achievement is we have a group of 10 students that are traveling the state that are talking about what service learning is. They're teaching teachers as well as the youth. It's a phenomenal concept. It answers the question, when am I ever going to use this?
Right.
It gets the kids involved. It has youth voice in it. It's just, as Taylor said, I'm very passionate about it as well. It's just a remarkable program for the teachers to use.
We see that passion in the eyes of the teachers that are involved and, of course, students. Now, how did the INOLA School District get involved to start with?
I actually had a fellow teacher that wrote a grant. I was the National Honor Society sponsor, and we had to do service anyway, and he approached us and wanted to know if we would take this challenge, and so we did. And as I got more involved to it and went to the nationals and found out that you tie curriculum to it, it was just a wonderful program, and the more I do it, the more I love it.
And the students actually volunteer for it. They
Yes.
sign up
Yes.
during a class period?
Now, I actually have a class. Not all schools do that. I actually have used service learning in my math classes as well as a methodology to teach. But I'm fortunate enough to have a class that the students got for me, and they actually take on projects, and then they tie those projects to the curriculum.
Isn't that
So
wonderful?
they go out to the teachers and say, when you're teaching this past objective, would you please help us with this particular community service
Yeah.
project?
And Lizanne, tell us a little bit about some of the projects. I know you're science and
I
you're
am.
math.
I'm a biology teacher at the high school, and Kathy came to me after a group of students wanted to create an outdoor classroom. And so we got very busy and thought about what do they want to do, and so we came up with a 5-phase project. And we started that back in the fall of 2005, and since that time we have created a butterfly garden, we have an amphitheater and a pavilion, we have a wetland area. I'm very happy to say we just paved the trail yesterday, and we're going to have a trail of native trees, and we're also in the, we're creating a greenhouse for our campus. But this is all student voice. This is what the students wanted to do, and it's their backbone, it's their work, and it's very exciting to watch them, because they have taken this on, and every trimester when a new group of kids come in, they see what the other kids have been able to do. And it just gives them a great excitement to know that what they are going to do is going to count.
And it brings science to life,
It
doesn't
does
it?
bring science to life.
And so they're using inquiry-based learning to develop the butterfly garden, for example.
They truly are, and the exciting thing is they're learning so many more things than they can learn in a regular classroom. They're learning how to work together, how to cooperate, how to come up with an idea, but the more exciting thing is that they can actually see it come to life, and they can actually see the end result. And they can know that they were the ones that designed it, they were the ones that researched, they were the ones that came up with how that was going to get done. They actually came up with the funding. And so it has all been on the students, and it's a great excitement to see that. So often we see kids just throw away the paper at the end of the day, and in this way they know, just like Taylor said, it kept her in school. It keeps these kids in school. It gives them pride. They are very proud of what they have done and what they have achieved.
So many times students will tell me, I'll say, well, what is keeping you in school? And it's always either an activity or some passion that they have about a project they're doing. Otherwise, they tell me, well, we're just bored in school. We're just bored. And, you know, I can't imagine, but I guess that really happens. I mean, I know it really happens. And that's really what Taylor was saying, that until this happened. What was your first project?
My very first project was a health fair that we did, and we took all the classes, and every single class had something that they did to promote health. So math was teaching how to count calories, science was teaching everybody how to do CPR. We were all teaching everybody things that we were learning in the classroom. But the biggest thing about service learning that I see as Miss Oklahoma, as a student and a product of it, and visiting INOLA and all these other schools, is it's bringing learning to life for kids.
Yes.
It brings the reality out of why we're in school, why do we learn the things we learn, why do we take those tests.
Exactly.
It brings it all to life.
And that's a key component. Now, what about the community part? I know that in many cases the community's involved in serving the community. Now, obviously the community could go along the walking trails that you're developing, and probably a lot of that will be there for a very long time to enjoy. What are the other projects, Kathy, that community might get involved with?
Well, we actually have a financial literacy class that's going to be putting on a crime scene investigation over the identity theft for our community members. So we give back to the community.
Very interesting.
And they even approach us now from the community saying, would you please get involved and do this with us? Look, we can tie it to your English, math, science for you. So,
well, we hear that a lot about of schools, and they can't operate as an island, and that isn't how we live life. So, teaching children to get involved. What other projects, since you've traveled the state in this area,
yes.
Taylor?
One of the things that I also did, that we raised money for the Oklahoma Blood Institute, and we're able to build an entire new building in Ada that now serves all of southeast Oklahoma a lot of the times. And that was something incredible that I got to see, because I got to see it from the very beginning to when it was built. And we did that as students. We helped an entire, not even just our community, but our county. And that's unbelievable. I just was at the Tulsa Zoo with Mark Twain Elementary, and the art ambassadors there, Beth Howard's art ambassadors, had just painted a mural. And they had researched the Amazon rainforest, and I got to see the kids and how proud they were, but now the whole community is enjoying this beautiful art that they've done out at the zoo.
Very interesting, and a proof that students can contribute something very significant to their community, and like you say, have a lot of pride about that. Now, I know that the national level, this president and other presidents have really pushed Learn and Serve as a cornerstone, you might say, of the volunteer effort, and cornerstone of bringing this opportunity to students. And we said 5,000 students in Oklahoma. Are there other unique things that you've done in Inola that the community has commented on? I know the outdoor classroom they've talked about.
They've talked about that a lot, and they've gotten very involved. The banks and all the community partners that we have been able to bring along with us. And that's exciting, because they can look at the kids and actually get involved in their education and see that they are of value and they are of worth and they do have something to offer. Oftentimes we just bypass the kids, and there's given the community a chance to see that. And right now too, we are working on safe routes to school, and they're trying to provide sidewalks so the kids can walk to school.
Great
And so that is
idea.
a great community service that we have been able to partner with the town of Inola to try to bring sidewalks.
Well, you all have brought an inspiration to all of us today, and we wish Taylor Treats good luck
in
your next competition. Thank you for choosing ServiceLearning. And now we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to speak with some students from Inola High School. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. My guests now are from Inola High School. They are Emily. Emily's in the 12th grade at Inola, Shelby, 11th grade, and Kevin, the 11th grade, all moving right through high school. And of course, Emily doesn't have long to go.
Not much left.
No. And you'll graduate this year, and we'll talk about your future plans in a minute, but you've been involved in Learn and Serve.
Yes, this is my 3rd year.
Oh, it's your 3rd year. Okay. Tell us about some of your experiences.
Some of my experience, I've been very involved the past couple years in a project that I've designed and implemented through Ag in the Class with the Oklahoma curriculum, and it's been a lot of fun.
Well, I'm so glad now. You know, we work with the Ag in the Classroom program, and we work with Learn and Serve. And so you've kind of married the two.
I've kind of combined the two, yes.
That's great. And so what do you do in this project?
This project is a 5-week project, and it's 5 weeks because we have 5 kindergarten classes in our local elementary. And each week I took one class at a time and did an hour-long segment with them, made my curriculum based off of the Oklahoma Ag in the Class website, and did activities with them each day, kind of just showing them the importance of agriculture in their own lives and how it affected them.
And where food comes from.
Where food comes from. Yeah. They were excited to learn that.
Oh, certainly they were. And I bet they were excited to have you as their teacher.
They were.
Yeah.
We had lots of fun together.
Great fun, those 5-year-olds.
Oh, yes. They got into it.
Oh,
it was fun.
Absolutely. They're hands-on.
They are.
Yeah. Okay, Shelby and Kevin. And I know you guys have been really involved in Learn and Serve, too. And we'll start with you, Shelby. How have you been involved?
My freshman year, I was able to take on my own personal project, and we visited Yukon, and they have a project called the Reality Check. And so we brought it back to our school, and we've implemented it through our county. And it's like the game of life on a gym floor, and it deals with financial literacy. And because of that program, we've been able to develop a financial literacy class in our school system.
Very exciting, because that's a real need in our country today, is for everyone, students and adults, to be financially literate.
Yes.
And you got the idea from Yukon.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. How does the community react to that?
They absolutely love it. They are getting more involved, and they want to volunteer. And this year we're actually having it as a 2-day project, and we're having it at the Northeast Technology Center, and we have more volunteers than ever.
So how do you move along in this game?
You get a bank register, and you have to visit 22 booths, and by the end, your goal is, with your occupation, to have money left over. So you get to see how your occupation would last in the real world.
So you get paid?
Yes. You have your monthly income, and you go around to each booth, and they take out housing and health and grooming and car insurance, and if you're speeding and you don't have your car insurance yet, you get a ticket. So you got to be careful when you go through.
And so there is not just one winner.
There's many winners.
There's many winners.
Yes, ma'am.
I like that. And what do they do with the extra cash?
Well, they actually get a candy bar. They get a payday or a zero, and so they have to.
So the losers get 0.
Yes. Yes.
I got this game down now.
Yes.
How fun. That is a great idea for developing financial literacy. You know, we have a mandate in Oklahoma now to have financial literacy, and we have modules online to assess each component of that. So you've just helped the game a little bit, or moved it right along. How about you, Kevin? I know you've been involved in the outdoor project.
Yes.
What was your involvement in that?
Well, my mom is Leesonville. She's a biology teacher, so I really just help with everything that they need to have done, like just been there for support.
So you've done it all?
Yes.
Well, did you build the butterfly garden?
No, I did not get to do that because I was in middle school when that was going on.
So you did some of the other things, and like what?
Like in our geometry classes, we designed kiosks, like to build out there, and then once we got like the blueprints, then we went outside and built them as well.
So you used the geometry in your class to transfer to building something geometrical.
Yes, ma'am.
For the outdoor classroom.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So all of you, have these skills really transferred to something that you think you might want to be involved with at some point? I know Emily and I kind of talked a little bit.
Yes.
Share it with the viewers. your idea of what you might want to do in the future that really ties back to something
Really
you
ties
do.
back to something that I had the opportunity to use. I'm very interested in agriculture and that industry, and I'm very involved in my FFA chapter at my school. And so as of now, I have intentions of someday becoming a high school ag teacher in Oklahoma. And through this project, not only have we had lots of opportunity to work with people in our community, but we've learned all kinds of life skills and public speaking skills and things that we will carry with us for lots of years to come.
Absolutely. And we're glad you have that goal right now. Even if you don't develop that goal, all of these skills will transfer to something else.
That's right. I'll be able to use them somewhere.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you doing this, and congratulations. This is a fine accomplishment that you've made.
Yes.
How about you, Shelby?
I'm not really sure yet. I'm looking into going into the medical field, so I hope with Learn and Serve I can tie it in to my profession once I figure out what I'm going to do.
Well, the financial literacy ties in pretty well,
Yes.
doesn't it? To getting through school,
Yes.
number one, and paying for it and so
Yes.
forth. And so you like that medical area.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's a nice area. It's a big growing area, health services, so forth. Kevin, have you been thinking about what you might want to do?
I'm not really for sure yet, but I'm thinking about being a wildlife biologist.
Ah, well, you've been having some practice of that too.
Yes,
In
ma'am.
Learn and Serve. And you know, don't you think your other friends and classmates that are in this, doesn't it keep them interested in school? It appears to me that way.
Very much so.
And some of them that might not even stay in school.
Right.
Do you hear that? Shelby, do you hear that?
Yes, Learn and Serve has definitely helped me be motivated to go up to school and to wake up in the morning, even though it is first hour. I want to go. I want to get these projects done. And so it's been
Okay,
a
yours
great
is
influence
first
in my
hour.
life.
Now,
Yes.
are all the service learning classes first hour at Inola?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you do that and then you work into the rest of your day.
Yes.
And that might be on location though. Might be somewhere other than the classroom,
Right.
Yes.
like the outdoor
Most,
classroom.
most of the time, it usually ends up being outside of the classroom.
And have you actually gotten some of the community members involved besides, I know financial literacy has. How about?
Our community members in Inola and even in our county have been very excited to help us, and lots of support we've seen come in the last few years. And as they hear about our projects and we share with them what we've accomplished, they're very excited to help, very willing.
And apparently a lot of sponsors, right?
Lots of sponsors. We wouldn't have lots of opportunities like we do without those sponsors who help us through them.
Thank you, sponsors.
That's
Yes.
right.
And I know that you hear that, Kevin, in the outdoor science area, because there's lots of tools and things that have to be purchased for those kinds of opportunities. Well, what else? What other projects have you done? Those are three great ones, really great ones.
One that all three of us are involved in this year, as well as 7 other students from our high school, is with the Cherokee Nation Learn and Serve and also the State Department of Education Learn and Serve. We have formed a team at Inola of 10 students, and we travel the state sharing with other schools who don't have Learn and Serve programs already.
Wow.
What one consists of, and it's been a very
Isn't that
exciting
great?
time for us.
Well, you know, what's amazing to us, we just have a small amount of money to award you in a grant, but you all have made it grow so much by matching it with sponsorships and so. What is it like to travel around and get other students inspired about this
It's
program?
really exciting to see their projects and their ideas come, because then we're like, oh, maybe we can take that back and do it with them, or we can put it in our school. So it's really exciting to go and hear the
That's
other
what you
schools'
did in
ideas.
UConn.
Yes.
Yeah. And how about you, Kevin? You like that, traveling around?
Yeah, it's really fun. I like to see the students get really excited about learning and how they can implement what they've learned into a project that they would like to see happen.
Now, what grades? Of course, you all are upper high school. What grades do you go into? Middle school or high school? Or?
We've been with lots of middle schools, middle school and high school both, but we have been in with all the grades, but mainly targeted middle school.
Are there particular professionals in Inola or people with a skill, a certain skill, like an architect or a designer of some sort, that come into the school and share what they do that might lead to some service learning projects? Anything?
Absolutely. I know that we've had lots of those. They've been community members a lot of times who have come in and shared something that they're professionals at with us that have helped us with our projects.
And I know that you are still in the midst of your school year, so you're finishing some projects by now too. And of course your outdoor classroom is probably not going to be as accessible in the winter time, right, Kevin? So what are you doing now? What are you all working on now?
Me and another student have been working on the Safe Routes to School.
Oh yes, the Safe Routes to School. I heard that mentioned a few minutes ago, and that's very important, even in a smaller community. So how do you identify those safe routes?
The state of Inola actually came up with the idea of where they want the routes to go. Our main thing that we had to do was we made a PowerPoint on why we need one, and like how it's dangerous to like cross the road and stuff without having a sidewalk.
Right. So you identified the barriers, more or less, to getting to school safely. And most of the Inola students walk to school or ride to school?
A lot of them ride to school, but we had a like walk to school day on October 7th, where like all the elementary came and walked to the elementary school, and they had a lot of fun doing it. So it encouraged them to walk to school more often.
That was probably about PE, was it? Yes. Probably about a physical education initiative someone had. Well, we thank you all for being here today, and we wish you well in your future endeavors. As always, spend some time reading to your child. The results will last a lifetime. Thanks for watching.